Welcome back, everyone. This is Akanar here with more Elden Ring, and I've gone ahead and switched us back to the power stance Uchi setup that we had for part of last episode. I do want to keep playing around with this build. It is a bit complicated. There's a lot going on. You got to do a lot of switching around here to get all your buffs. There's a lot of potential places where button mashing can happen and mispresses and all sorts of things, which I pretty much never do, but you know, it does happen from time to time. Sarcasm, and we are going to be hopefully finding some more targets for building up blood loss. We faced off against the valiant gargoyles for most of last episode, and it wasn't exactly the best enemy to be using Uchi katanas against. Stone gargoyles and blood loss don't exactly mix. So hopefully we're going to find some better targets for these weapons. Today, we're here where we left off last time in the Deeproot Depths. And it's one of the many places we're going to be returning to later. We have a growing list of options and future zones to explore. Hopefully at some point we can track down D, Beholder of Death, here in the Deeproot Depths. We also have eventually the Ainsel River Well, and trying to track down Ronnie and the Dark Path of the Empyrean. That's another future place that we have to check out. We have the Altus Plateau. There is so much eventually with the Altus Plateau to check out. All the things going on and that are connected to the Erd Tree and the capital. Marika, Godfrey, Radahn. We have to catch up with Melina eventually. All sorts of things there. The Mount Gelmir and Rykard. There is a massive list connected to the Altus Plateau. But I think where we are going to be focusing our efforts today is back in Caelid and the Dragonbarrow. And we've also got a Catacombs out here maybe that we can warm up with, the War Dead Catacombs. We will see all about that, and I think it's time to finally get the map that's been waiting here all this time for the rest of, well, for the Dragonbarrow, not the rest of the Dragonbarrow, the actual factual Dragonbarrow. Let's get it started here by heading back to the Hold. I was delaying going back to Roundtable Hold until I had started the recording because I wasn't totally sure. I'm never totally sure now when we have done something even remotely major, minor or major in terms of progression in the game. Is something going to happen when I go back to the Hold? Am I going to be invaded all of a sudden by who knows who? So that did not happen, which is good. So now we will see if there is any new information to glean from anybody. Gideon, I am guessing, is just going to have... He's still all about the capital. He really, really wants us to get to the capital. So that's cool. Is there anything that we want to buy? Is there anything that we want to purchase from the Twin Maiden Husks? Don't we have... I think I was thinking about this the other day. Not that menu. Hold on here. I think I might want to get this Margit's Shackle. I feel like this should be something that we could use. It says briefly binds Margit, but surely this is going to have more usage than just the Margit fight. This is a big game. There's got to be some other places that we can apply this to some utility at some point. A fetish bathed in golden magic. Shackles were used to bind the accursed people called the Omen, and these ones were made to keep a particular omen under strictest confinement. Yeah, I just had this feeling, I had this idea that maybe at some point, these other omen enemies that we have run into, we might have some, there might be some utility there. Is it an item that we can actually equip? That's a good question. Yeah, it is next to like Mimic's Veil. So it's meant to be, it's a reusable item. It doesn't have an FP cost, interestingly. So it's just supposed to, I might just put this, maybe we just put this here and see, like, is it something you can just use? We got some things to experiment with potentially. Many things, I think. Probably a lot of things in this game that there are to experiment with, and Margit's Shackle may be one of them. Let's check and see, though, how many runes we need to level up. 47, basically 48k. So let's get another 14k that we can sell off here. Let's sell off we don't want to sell off any of our cool new items that we've got. It is interesting maybe to look through and see. Oh boy, this Godskin Noble Robe goes for 1,000 apiece. Look at that. Expensive the fleshy patches of smooth skin and other great, wonderful things. This was perhaps the highlight of the previous episode, or maybe even the highlight of the playthrough. Running into Jelly Roll Donut Boy. What I do want to do, though, is actually find my runes. Here we go. Here we go. So let's just start selling off some golden rune 9s. We have so many in our piggy bank here. We don't have to quite go as far as... Let's do 2 of these. And then we can do 1 of these. And we do 1 of those. There we go. That's how we get to 48,000. And now we can level up. I think we might just level up endurance. Because you know what? You can never have enough stamina. Am I right? We only get 1 point in stamina. And we don't exactly need equip load at this point. Now, that may change. You know, we may end up wielding some much heavier weapons. This would give us the option to wield much heavier weapons. So it's probably still a good idea. And you know what? If we want, we can respec. Don't think about it. At least not too hard. Don't think about it too hard. So, I've already also respec'd my spells. I've given myself Flame Cleanse Me once again because we are probably going back to Caelid. Got to be ready for that because we have respect to the Fire and Holy Uchis. We're going with the Fire and Holy Wondrous Physic to complement that. So that's cool. Let me quickly just go jump over the balcony here real quick and just see. So Market's Shackle does become usable. And then he threw it on the ground. So, interesting. I will definitely want to try that. You know what? We're going to do it right freaking now while I'm thinking about it. I said we were not going to the Altus Plateau until later. This is me. Sometimes I get a little spontaneous from time to time. It is known to happen. I'm not really, at my heart and soul, a spontaneous person, but it is known here and there to happen. Except, wait a second, did I just, hold on. Dismount. Okay, it's only because I got on Torrent that I was not able to use the Market's Shackle. What I want to do is I want to find one of the Omen that we know to be patrolling around the Altus Plateau, the abandoned coffin area. Wasn't there one that was down in the... There it is. There he is. No, I don't want to camera lock onto you. This is an Omen, isn't it? Why does he look different? Why does this guy look like he has... I don't remember. Does he have a hood on? Did they have hoods before? I don't remember you having hoods. Okay. Let's go ahead and we're going to try using a little Market's Shackle on you. See, does this do anything? It may not do anything. Didn't do anything. Okay, well, maybe I didn't have the right idea. Maybe it was a foolhardy idea. Oh, I like that my my Sacred Blade knocks you, gives you a little bit of a ride, and that the wow. Okay, I like the roll L1. I have I don't think I mentioned this last episode, but I did mention it maybe in our multiverse episode. The fact that I have on the, not recently, but as I was playing that alternate file, working my way up to the eventual multiverse episode that we had, and as I mentioned before, well, let me finish what I was saying. So first of all, we don't have anything in terms of we don't have results from this Market's Shackle. So my idea about it working against Omen doesn't seem to be... It didn't look like it had any effect against this guy. So, okay. Well, you know, if we wasted 5k runes, no big deal. Maybe we'll run into Market again? Is that possible? Did we do in Market for good? It's been so long since we faced off against Market. I like this rolling L1. And I had been playing with dual wield Uchis on the alternate file, and so I was really getting used to this L1 power stance moveset and really figuring out when it's most useful. And I had found that this rolling double slash, it actually is pretty effective against, you know, it kind of does a little bit of a stagger on a lot of enemies that I was surprised that it would work against. And this is one of those enemies. When you have a big enemy like this, you don't normally... The puny little Uchi swords are cool. They build up the blood loss, but how often do they actually break an enemy break through their poise or what have you? That move seems to do the trick. It's nice. Let's continue to go through our little bit of housekeeping here. It's not going to be too long, but I do want to check in with a few of our NPCs. And War Counselor E.G. is one of those that I think I wanted to check with last time, and I simply forgot. I don't know why I need to mount up to take 3 steps in this direction, but Torrent needed a little bit of a workout there, I guess.
Greetings, my fellow. How can I help?
Anything new from E.G.?
Lady Rani has
Looks like no.
Along the dark path. Now, Lady, I pray that you...
Yeah, the quest line, or I guess the progression in the Nokron Eternal City. Who would it have an impact on? Who would it really strongly affect? With D, Beholder of Death. It would be Roger. Like, Roger was the one who was most interested in all that, and now he's gone. Roger is gone. What do we do? What do we do? There's part of me that doesn't want to believe that Roger is truly gone. Because he would have been so happy, I think. He would have been so proud to have to seen the day where we retrieved a curse mark. But yeah, the Nokron Eternal City quest line, if you will, for the moment, I think has reached its conclusion. And I actually can't think of too many other NPCs that I realistically think would have some progression to their dialogue in response to what we have done. My mind does go back to Ronnie's Rise from time to time. One open mystery that we still have is this bit of... I should actually just go straight up to the chamber. Is this bit of intel about Seluvis and a cellar, right? A cellar. Let's just read that note again, why don't we? Should recheck the intel here. If I can remember exactly where it was. The Preceptor's Secret. Preceptor Seluvis is hiding a dirty secret in a cellar among the ruins, not far from the Sisters 3. Have I misinterpreted what ruins this is referring to? The Sisters 3, it really, like, how would that be anything but a mini zone literally titled The Three Sisters? Is there some... Could that be something, though, that I have misinterpreted as well? Is there some other place in the game that would be the Sisters 3? I'm going to have to keep mulling this one over because, of course, my initial suspicion was these ruins here, and then I thought about the actual... the King's Realm ruins nearby, and none of it seems to actually contain a hidden cellar. There has to be some other ruins that I am not thinking about here. So hopefully I can piece that together eventually. Was there maybe some hidden passage that was actually down below Seluvis's Rise in this area that I just completely missed? We can maybe just quickly give a jaunt through, but I don't think that's the case. This isn't exactly where I intended to be spending a lot of time, or really any time today, but we'll just, you know, it's just a quick little torrent ride. And like I said, torrent needs some exercise. We've been cooped up underground. We've been cooped up underground. We've been cooped up in a study hall. Torrent has not been able to stretch his legs like he would like. Like his true horsey spectral steed self needs and desires. So we're just taking a quick little jaunt here around Caria Manor. I don't think, unless there's a sus wall. If there's an illusory wall here, that could be a problem, because I have not been checking for illusory walls on cliff faces. Don't do it to me, game. Don't open that door, please. Some possibilities need not be... I don't need to have that as a possible... Opening the idea in my mind that I need to go around hitting how many umpteen cliff faces throughout Elden Ring that I've gone by before. I don't think there's a hidden cellar path around here. So, okay. We're getting a little bit off course. Just a little bit of a temporary distraction here from what I wanted to do, as I quickly check my notes to confirm. But the idea, one idea that I had that I don't think I have mentioned yet, is the Carian Study Hall. I had this idea that, you know, what if we're not done with the study hall? What if there was more to do? Because now we've got a warp point. We've got a warp point that leads us to the bridge and the Divine Tower. We have access to that warp point on the other side of the study hall. So what happens if we uninvert, if we revert the study hall back to its, well, I guess its original form as we found it? Who knows exactly what its true form is? But if we come back here to the site of the encounter with a certain jelly roll, what happens? Can we even go back inside? Oh, interesting. We're not able to go back inside. Well, there you go. That was the answer to that. So they really did not want to do any sort of a Legend of Zelda turning the tower upside down and re-explore, turning it right side up, I should say. Turning it right side up and then exploring it from the other end. None of those sorts of backwards, forwards progression iterations. There's been other games that have done that as well. I was kind of hoping for that. That would have been fun to have a little bit more in the study hall, but I think that means now that we have delayed long enough from the actual main event of today's program, which is getting back to Caelid, and we're gonna warm up by starting with the War Dead Catacombs. We grabbed this warp point a few episodes ago now, and it's time for us to jump into action and start playing Elden Ring for the day. All right, so this layout here is similar to at least one other Catacombs that we have seen before. I'm just not being attacked by a little stone imp to start here. So is this going to be an imp's catacomb? Is it going to be a skeleton's catacombs or something else? I'm going to quickly hydrate here before we get going. Still working on getting the voice fully warmed up this morning. Getting that the Elden Ring narration. Oh boy, okay, this is not an imp's catacombs, and it is not. What is going on here? There is a battle going on without us. There's a battle that's going on. It is the War Dead Catacombs. So we've got some red mane soldiers. We've got some red mane soldiers that are having it out with each other? Question mark? Yeah, I wanted to get one of you on my case. I wanted to get one of you interested in what I was doing. Where was my strong attack? I swear, there are some inputs sometimes that just don't happen. You all disappearing on me. That's gonna get old very fast. The whole disappearing trick. Why is there a health bar in the floor? Come on. Oh, you're gonna go fire bombs on me? That's how you're gonna handle this? I would like to see the button presses here. Trying to switch back to my what am I? As I was saying earlier, the complications of a build that has many button presses to take care of is something I'm still getting used to. How many are there of you guys, though? What in the hell? There are so many of you motherfuckers. Oh, that guy, did he just transport off of a cliff? Okay. Are these guys just endlessly spawning? Are these guys just endlessly spawning? What is going on here? This is... Oh, there is a lower level. That's why that guy didn't die. The guy who fell off did not fall to his death because there's a floor below. They just fall down to the bottom. There is actually a bottom, not death. Good to know. That's a Grave Glovewort 6. Level 6 on the Grave Glovewort. Okie dokie. Alrighty, alrighty. So there is a level up here, which I don't think we can access at the moment. But that's where the boss door lever is. So we need to somehow find our way up to that top. There is so much going on right now with all that action down below. But, and also it really felt like there were spirits that were endlessly spawning from this point here. But I think, they're not spawning anymore. So the endless spawning was all in my head. There haven't been too many instances of endlessly spawning enemies. I do think that those zombies that come out of certain places, oh my god. I was wondering if that guy was shooting at me. I think he is shooting at me now. Okay, we're not gonna worry about you right now. We're just gonna go this way. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. We're just... These guys' shields are more powerful than I remember them being. That's our former shield, the brass shield, right? No, my goodness, that arrow hurt. That was a painful arrow right there. Oh, hello. Nice little window out to a statue here. Okay. This seems very random, or very conspicuous, I should say. All right, you want some of this? This guy has a lot of health, holy shit. That was a guard counter. This is also not... Fuck me. Okay, all right. Wow. Wow. Okay, these spirits are tough. And what I was thinking there, and I think I lost focus on the fight, and now of course we've lost our great rune arc buff, which is unfortunate and makes me sad every time that it happens. It does definitely make me sad. But what I'm also feeling a little sad about is this does feel like another enemy where we are not able to successfully apply a bleed. The blood loss against spirits also does not seem to be a good formula. Okay, well, what are we gonna do here? What are we going to do about that? If I fall down here, can I get back up? Also, it looks like it is Scarlet Rot down there, so I'm really not in a rush. Not in a rush to explore that at all. It is... I am happy to have these guys going after each other. Dude, that guy, that's a Clean Rot Knight. That's what's... Of course, that's what's going on here. It's the Clean Rot Knights fighting the Radahn soldiers. Okay. Have at it, y'all. Wait, this is not... No, this is not the way I wanted to go. Hold on here. The Radahn soldiers fighting the Clean Rot Knights. Of course, how could I forget? How could I possibly forget that wonderful detail? Okay, well, now we're caught in a vicious cycle here. These guys are tough. Definitely tough. They are not your average. They are definitely not your average Radahn soldier. They have gone into death. Going into death has strengthened them in a way that... Oh my god! Having fun here. We are having just a grand old time. You with your stupid bow. This guy has so much health. He has so much freaking health. What am I supposed to do about this? Use that move, I guess. Use the move that breaks them out of poise. Breaks them out of their stance. And also circle around and get a backstab. That's also a good idea. No backstab. I think we got a good pattern here if we can just not lose focus. The Disappearing Act is so... I am so over this Disappearing Act of yours. Good Lord. Get out of here. Are we having fun yet? I am already stressed the fuck out. We are not even a half an hour into this recording, and I am so fucking stressed out already, guys. Oh, okay, these guys, you know, these look like a little more entry level soldiers of a lord, and at the same time, they have so much freaking health. They have so much health. But they have no poise, so there's that. We got that going for us. Holy moly. Is there a way, is there something we can do other than just running in fear? Running for our lives from these enemies that are strong as hell. Is there anything that we can do? Dude, there's an imp hanging out on the wall, as if this place was not annoying enough already. I see an imp on the wall there. Good lord. All right, I really need the clean rot soldiers to give me a lift here and really do some of the hard work for me. I really could use that right now. Some help in the war dead catacombs. Okay, come on, do your thing. Everything so far in this catacombs is at least a minor handful. Great. Another one of these guys. I should have known that was going to be a trap. Or some sort of an ambush. Yeah, those shields are sturdier than I remember. Gotta stick with the jump attacks here. The jump attacks for the win. As cool as my L1 power stance moves are, they just don't pack the same punch when it comes to dealing with shields, you know? Oh god. This guy's sitting over here by himself. I am not trying to... Motherfucker. Oh god. Okay. Okay, all right, let's do this. Let's do this. Let me power up my sword here. Let me get it powered up. I kind of meant to do my power stance move, but I didn't do it. Not being close enough. Why do you have so much health? It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. Gotta be careful about the guard counters with these guys. They really don't give you a much of an opening for a backstab either. I am out of mana. Oh. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Am I supposed to be here? I feel like all of a sudden, the difficulty has ramped up in a way that doesn't feel like I'm supposed to be here. The game is sending me what feels like a very strong signal that, dude, find somewhere else. Or the game is saying, you know what, your fun little experiment here with the Uchi katanas. It's a fun little, you know, it's a cool party trick, but it really doesn't, you know, it's not a serious something that you should seriously be considering. I don't know if this is going to be very smart, doing a run all the way past all these guys. This is probably a bad move. Okay. 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 All right. All right. They can't jump through windows. That's their weakness, guys. We found their weakness. Congratulations to us. We have discovered the fatal flaw in the... Y'all can't follow me out a window. Sucks to be you. Oh my god. Are we gonna have to fall back on Magma Guillotine, guys? I think we might have to fall back on Magma Guillotine. This is the part of the problem with this dual stance, or sorry, dual wield Uchi katanas, is that it well, first of all, we're fighting spirits, so there's no blood loss that we're getting, which sucks. On top of that, on top of all that, you can't guard. It's a little bit of a drawback when you can't guard. I really hope they can't transport through the window there. I'm really relying on the window strat to bail me out here. We're gonna switch back because the going has gotten tough enough quickly enough where I have to fall back on my comfort pick. I have to do it. Back to the scale sword we go. The friendly confines of the scale sword. Can you blame me? Man, even the imps are powered up, dude. Even the imps. Even the imps are fucking ridiculous. Oh my god. This place is a trip, let me tell you. Let me fucking tell you. I am the War Dead Catacombs. I was like, let's just go to a nice little catacombs and get ourselves warmed up here, shall we? We're gonna get warmed up at a catacombs. What could go wrong? Okay, I'm glad the imp has decided to leave me alone. Man, this disappearing trick is really annoying. Why do you guys have to do this? Why do you have to be this way? Why do you have to go? I think this guy's AI is kind of bugging out because we're down the stairs. Is that what's going on here? Oh, that move. Okay, I see what you were doing. I get it. I see what this guy was doing. All right, okay. I thought, wow, he really just whiffed, didn't he? He completely missed us. Ooh, good lord. We got this guy trying to shoot us through the window. Fucking asshole. And now we got Scarlet Rot to deal with. And we still got imps that are just waiting to jump on us here. They probably are waiting for us to grab this loot. That's probably what they're doing, isn't it? So we should probably take them out first, shouldn't we? Or do we have to take... Oh, I see where we are. This is the guy at the beginning. When we run up, like that chamber out there is the beginning of the level. So this guy is trying... Oh, wow. I swear though, it does really feel like the difficulty level has seriously... Everything takes so many more hits to kill. Everything just has so much more health. That's why we need our scale sword. That's why we need it. Because scale sword OP. Radahn Soldier Ashes. Scarlet Rot is starting to build up. Starting to build up here, so we're going to be ready to flame cleanse me if we, as needed. Oh boy, I'm going to have to cast it here, aren't I? I'm going to have to use this shit. Because it doesn't want to stop. My goodness, what level of potency is baked into this little pool of Scarlet Rot here that I am still building this shit up? What the fuck? Oh, yeah. Guys, it was at this moment that Akanar decided, you know what? Recording Elden Ring today was not a great idea. I regret everything. The spirits of 2 of Radahn's soldiers. Look at those red eyes. Look at those red eyes. Both spirits wield fiery weapons to perform powerful skills, such as their valor, that they will immediately attack after being summoned. They're right there. They are rip-roaring ready to go. General Radahn soldiers were all reputed to be masterful warriors, and it was popularly said that the Redmanes knew no weakness. You know, I'm inclined to believe that. I'm definitely inclined to believe that that is the case. Huh? Oh, fuck, I was not to any... Are we alone up here? You know what I'm gonna do before I do anything else, before I do anything silly like get myself killed, we are going to take care of that. And now please get the message off my screen so I can do battle. Why does everything have to be so complicated? Why does everything have to be so freaking annoying? Now he does his war cry, so now he's hits harder. Yeah, sure. I know. I know. I know that's how you roll. Yeah, let me get you while you have your sword out. Sorry, your bow. Let me get you while you have your bow out and you can't start freaking guard countering me with your shield. Haha, there's the trick. We figured it out. Okay, so get those guys to go into bow mode and then spam them, stun lock them to death. Get out of here. Give me that Grave Glovewort level 6. I guess if we're getting Grave Glovewort level 6, we should expect a requisite ramp up in difficulty. How are we doing on flasks here? Okay. We're doing okay. Not the worst. You know, we are also getting a crap ton of runes, aren't we? So this place, you know, no pain, no gain. If you really want those ultimate gains, you gotta be willing to make the proper sacrifices. Is it just the one imp down here? Do I want to go down here? No, there's another imp hiding here. Okay, there is a path underneath. We need to explore down here. There are so many imps, actually. There are oh my god, there's so many of you waiting, just waiting to ambush me. Okay, firebombs I can live with. That's a trick that I am... Do that one all day long. I'll live with firebombs. That guy has got his back turned. I like we're getting the stance breaks. Stance breaks are good. I need to be maybe taking a little more advantage, getting the riposts. But it's all good. Now this guy is not going to allow us to get a backstab, but perhaps we can do the same thing with you. The old stance break. Gimme. Okay, all right, man. Magma Guillotine, you are saving my butt. Saving my sorry little butt over here. Thank the Lord for the Magma Scale Sword. Unintentional rhyme number 47. Okay, oh my god, a pool of scarlet rot with a whole bunch of nonsense going on. I'm going to be ignoring these guys if I can help it. If they will leave me alone, we are not going to pay them any heed. We are going straight for it. The item over here, which is a silver pickled foulfoot. Okay, let's not run through the middle of these guys. Let's just let them do their thing. Oh, there's a chest. Oh, goody. That is, wow. If there were ever a chest that actually look... Dude, it's... Oh my god, it's a mimic chest! Collapsing stars. That chest. I mean, it's not a mimic chest, but it's a Dark Souls chest. Look at the chain. Look at the chain. It's a Dark Souls chest, guys. Okay, holy shit. I'm freaking out here. I'm freaking out here. I'm trying to keep it together, but I'm freaking out. Get rid of the Scarlet Rot. Keep moving because these guys just are fighting each other and I don't want to mess with them. Golden Rune 6. Can we jump out of here? Nope. We're trapped from this way. We got to go. Wait a second. Can we get out at all? Because if we go back over here, okay, there are places to stand where there's no Scarlet Rot, but how do I get out? Do I have to go to this side? Dude, that was a frickin' Dark Souls chest. That was a Dark Souls chest. And I said it was a mimic chest because I don't actually, oh my god. I don't want to fight you guys. I don't want to do it. You guys fight amongst each other. Don't mind me. Okay, we can take a second, I think. I think we have reached a spot where I can actually... No, dude. Oh, my God. I wanted just a second to breathe. That's all I wanted. Where can I find a second? I got to go to the boss chamber, apparently. We're actually going to go level up is what we're going to do. Once I actually do get one moment here to de-aggro whatever enemies are chasing me. Man, each enemy is like 4K runes or some shit. That enemy, I don't know if it, I don't know if the enemy fell through the map there or if he actually died. Probably just died finally. The eternal conflict that goes on between the Clean Rot Knights and the Radahn soldiers. Even on into death. Even on into death, they have not found peace and contentment. What would I like to do here? I would like to drink. And then I would like to do a trickle heal. And there is perhaps a little bit more that I want to... I feel like there might have been like one item that I missed. No, that... What? Okay. Okay. All right. That's just a little bit of runes on the line. No big deal. Nothing to worry about here. Everything's fine. Flame, grant me strength. Everything will be fine. Nothing to worry about. I just feel like there was one more part of this that I hadn't explored, and I wanted to do that before I got to the boss chamber. No, I do not need you all focused on me, please. Please. Please, please, please. Wait, I'm going the wrong way again, aren't I? Going the wrong way. Why is that? Why do I think that that is the way to go? That dude shot me in the fucking back. I was not ready for an arrow to the back. Definitely was not ready. Moving right along. That was intentionally. That was planned. Just FYI, that was planned because I heard the... Oh, okay. Well, that was not planned. What am I doing exactly, you say? What exactly am I doing here? I thought there was loot there. That's what I was doing there. I thought that there was that there was like an item to pick up. And not just Grave Violet and Grave Glovewort sitting at the end. Because we had died to that guy before, right? We had died to that guy, and I thought there was an item in that room that we had not picked up. And so I wanted to run quickly to that room and get that item back. That's all I wanted to do. I wanted to get that item. And of course, you know, this is the War Dead Catacombs. And so in the process of doing that, there's a bajillion enemies that you've got to run by. That all can murder you with their bare hands. What a great place. What a fantastic place. You know, I'm sure, or I am well aware of the possibility that we have missed some things in this place, but we are not going to explore the War Dead Catacombs any further. We are going straight to the boss chamber. It is really convenient. First of all, I'm glad we didn't lose our souls. It's really convenient. I need some hit points. It's really convenient that we got the perfect amount of runes to level up. And now we are ready to head to the boss fight. Let's go to the boss fight. If I can remember how we get there. If I can remember how we get there. We are first, actually, before I do that, we are going to respec slightly our Flask of Wondrous Physic. Because right now I have holy damage spec'd in there, and that is not going to help us. Not nearly as much as faith will be of service to us. So let's get ready to apply all of our wonderful buffs here. I do like the idea of the place. The idea of these soldiers endlessly fighting each other, these two factions of soldiers that are mostly concerned with themselves or each other, but every once in a while they get on your case, and my oh my are they a handful. At least for my current level, I might not be strong enough. I'm not supposed to be here potentially. That's a possibility we got to think about. Okay, let's do our thing. Let's do our shit. Flask. Let me see if I can do all this in the correct order. Flask. Boon. Neck. Flame. Flame, dear flame. Let's go. Oh no. Why is there... Oh god, it's one of you, a putrid tree spirit. Okay. I knew I was gonna get chomped on there because I remembered that's how you roll. Oh, it's a Scarlet Rot. It is a Scarlet Rot. Chompy chomp. A putrid tree spirit. A putrid tree spirit, you say. Shit! Got a pretty good flow there. Not gonna lie, that was a pretty good flow. It's probably gonna be all downhill from there. This thing has so much health. This thing has so much goddamn health. And I think it's supposed to be weak to fire. Like, we actually have like a really good build for this boss. At least from what I have gleaned from facing these guys before. Now, can we do anything else? I mean, it's doing so much damage to us. Is there any way that we can increase our... What element... Is it doing fire damage this time? In the past, these things were doing lightning damage, I think. Magma Guillotine, though, is really nice. It's really, really, really nice. The only potential respec, I don't think it's gonna be. I don't think it would be a good idea. I just know we had one particular tree spirit, the one at the bottom of Stormvale, where the dragon fire kind of kicked ass. I'm not so sure that that's gonna work this time. And on top of that, we would need to have a rune arc, because right now our arcane isn't high enough. So back we go. Let's do this again. Let's do this one more time. But something tells me that our best attempt might be behind us. We'll see. Forgot about that move. No. Shit. I'm not two-handing for some reason. I don't know what's going on. Stamina. That's actually pretty good for us when he does that, because that gives us an opening. And then that happens. I had dodged the first couple attempts when he had done that. We were able to dodge the chomp on our face move. Not that time, though. Dang it. No. No. Oh, I thought I got eaten. I thought I got eaten again. I really need a drink. Nope. Oh my god. Oh shit. And Scarlet Rot. This is bad. This is not it. This is not the one. We're not even halfway yet. I don't know how he missed me. I can't even do Flame Cleanse me because I don't have enough HP. How did we not fucking get hit? I don't even know. Somehow we are not getting hit here. I don't know how. I really need stamina. Okay. Not the best attempt at all. Shit. Yo, I guess if we're in Magma Guillotine, we can't get chomped on? Is that true? Is that is that the lesson that I gleaned from that encounter? Or from that little back and forth there? Shit. I don't know how we hit him. That was ridiculous. No, fuck me. Shit. I need stamina. Need stamina. Okay, I think I might have figured that one out, potentially. Need stamina. Well. Well, well, well. Hell yeah. Okay. I really wish I would have said it out loud. I really wish I would have actually verbalized my my intention going into that attempt, because that was meant to be the last attempt that I was going to make on this particular mini boss. Not a great enemy, so therefore a mini boss. Enemy felled equals mini boss. Anyway, my realizing that I might be in over my head here in the War Dead Catacombs, I said to myself, you know what? We're going to cap the amount of attempts at this boss today at 5. 5 is going to be the limit, and then we're going to move on to other things, specifically the Dragonbarrow, because I cannot be spending the entirety of my day recording deaths to a putrid tree spirit. I really wish I would have said that before, because it would have been so much more dramatic when we actually got the win, which I will admit was a little unexpected. But I guess we've got some good experience against previous tree spirits. I have, on my fresh file, I had gone through the tree spirit at the bottom of Stormvale. I had gone through the tree spirit in the Fringefolk Hero's Grave once again. So I guess I've gotten even extra practice. So I don't know. That might be one reason why the fresh file is not another reason why it might not be a good idea, because it not the potential for revealing alternate storylines, which is not my intention to play the fresh file. It can have that outcome, but it could also have the outcome of giving you additional experience against enemies that are going to be repeat enemies, even if they are, you know, a Scarlet Rot variation. But otherwise, that was pretty much the tree spirit that we have seen before, just a very, very powered up version. But it felt good to be able to get a lot of the timings there on that particular attempt, a lot of the roll timings. Magma Guillotine is awesome. We had, I think, one chomp, grab, chomp, whatever you want to call it, that was headed our way, and we were in the middle of a Magma Guillotine. And once there is a point of no return, like once you get to this part of the Magma Guillotine, the halfway point, you can get knocked out of the windup, but once you are midair, there's no turning back. The enemy can't do shit about it. You might take a bunch of damage, but in that case, the grab did not get us. Magma Guillotine OP. Let's check out our Redmane Knight Olga. Not Olga, as I originally had read this in my head. Redmane Knight Olga and a golden seed. How many golden seeds do we have? We have 3. We need 4, don't we? Or do we need 5 now? My controller just died. My controller just shut off. What perfect timing. Do I need to charge this thing? Do I need to charge my controller, or is it just my Bluetooth acting up as it often does? Fortunately, it didn't do it in the middle of the fight, so that's good. Redmane Knight Olga. Spirit of a mighty knight versed in the use of a great bow. So that's who was kicking our butt. Those the bow versions of these Redmane Knights that are here in the War Dead Catacombs. They did kill us a couple times, but they are exploitable, as we saw. If you can get them into the right, you get close when they're holding the great bow and they don't have their shield. That is a weakness to be exploited. A valiant warrior who will attack immediately after being summoned. What is this? What's supposed to be the special, this line about attack immediately after being summoned? Is that not what ashes normally do? Maybe we need to experiment with these and see what they're all about. The longest serving member of the Redmane Knights. Really? Olga studied techniques to manipulate gravity alongside Radahn. Whoa. May use a rain of gravitational arrows in response to a war cry, but only once. In response to a war cry, does that mean our war cry? If we actually pull off our own, if we do a skill that is a war cry on a weapon, she'll do she or he. Why did I think this was she? Olga, because I think Olga. Olga, we actually don't know for sure if this did it say in here. We'll keep it gender neutral for the moment with Olga, who may or may not use a rain of gravitational arrows depending on whether they or we are using a war cry. I don't know. We'll have to experiment with that, but only once. You only get one rain of gravitational arrows. We also forgot to check this out, the collapsing stars. That really caught, this was a a unique discovery here. A unique discovery here in the War Dead Catacombs was finding a chest that looked like a Dark Souls chest. What? Why? Why is that? Certainly there will be more chests like that in Elden Ring, right? That's not going to be the only one-off. The chain was pointed. The chain was pointed away, which means it's not a mimic chest. I don't remember. It's been so long now since I played Dark Souls or Dark Souls 3. I don't know. I don't remember. Oh my god. Okay. One of the glintstone sorceries that manipulates gravitational forces fires numerous gravitational projectiles. Any foe struck will be pulled toward the caster. Charging enhances potency. I think this is... Yeah, it is a gravitational technique mastered by the young Radahn. He was using this in the Radahn fight. The Star Scourge Radahn fight. This was a move. I thank you for your tutelage. For now, I can challenge the stars. I thank you for your tutelage. Is this a quote? This sounds like this is Radahn speaking. Who is he thanking for their tutelage? Have we already learned who he studied under? More lore to digest and review. But for now, we have some runes to spend. We got a bunch of runes. We can at least level up once. And we can also go level up one of these ashes. Actually, let's do that. Let's go back to the hole. And we'll just level up and do all the things back at the hold. We're going to take off Margit's shackle. We did our little bit of experimentation there with that. Business. I don't think we're gonna need neutralizing boluses. Not sure. If that's gonna be a thing that we're gonna need going into the Dragonbarrow, I feel like Scarlet Rot is going to be the much more prominent and frequent obstacle to overcome. Let's equip Redmane Knight Oga. And I guess we can put the Redmane Soldier Ashes over here as well. The question is, do I want to level them up? Do I want to level up those Spirit Ashes? Let's see what resources we have.
Greetings, are you here for...
We do not have the Ghost Glovewort that we need, but we can go buy that. Let's level up the Radahn soldiers. We have 3 Grave Gloveworts. I feel like I can go farm the Grave Gloveworts, right? The Grave Gloveworts are the ones that do respawn in Catacombs. And it's just on my lazy butt to go and actually go farm them. I have not been in a mood much at any point. If I ever have time to play Elden Ring that's not being recorded, the incentive, the urge that I have to spend it going and running through a set of Catacombs that I have already done in order to pick up Grave Glovewort level 1 is not very high. There is a very low investment for me on that front. Okay, it says number held 0, so we do need to buy 1 of the level 2. We have 4 of the level 3, so now we can actually... Now we can level... Oga! Oga. And get Oga up to +3.
Greetings, are you here for...
Studied right alongside Radahn, though. That's kind of a major piece of lore. That is a major bit of... These special ashes are kind of that way, aren't they? We've gotten some pretty substantial... There's some pretty substantial flavor on each of these. Like, you've got these Banished Knights that are connected to the Grace-Given Lord. The Grace-Given Lord, I think, is a reference to Margit, the Grace-Given Lord of Leyndell. We've, of course, got Latenna, who's awesome. Stormhawk Dean... Lifelong service to the old king of Stormvale long ago. That could be a very major piece of lore that I haven't fully... we know we had, like, the Storm King, or the Stormhawk King, the set of ashes that we gave to Nephili. Lutel sacrificed her life in death, so that in death she could continue to protect a soulless demigod. Who was the soulless demigod? Godric? Question mark. We got these Mimic Tier ashes, connection to the Eternal City. So much fun stuff. Let's level up, and then we are going to, I think, it's time to check out a Dragonbarrow. We're not going to start at the end of the Dragonbarrow that has a massive dragon surrounded by a bunch of other red-eye dragons. We are not starting at that end. As much fun as you all would probably have with that, I don't know if my poor little heart could take it right at this moment. I'm still kind of calming back down. It's already, like, it wasn't that long ago that I recorded the Valiant Gargoyles, which was a pretty stress-filled episode. And then you throw in the Wardead Catacombs at the start here. My stress levels when it comes to recording Elden Ring are at a bit of a... They're not at a peak, but they are not at a an all-time low either. So we're going to try to ease into things as I get back my... I think this is a fine spell lineup there, although... No, we will keep that. We will keep that. And I was just fixing my Wondrous Physic because my intention was to go back to using... I want to give this another go. I want to give it an honest go of the dual wield Uchikatanas. I want to see if we can make this happen. It just is, we've not been, that's not where I want this to go. We have not been getting good use cases, if you will. We've not been getting a good set of challenges that feels like the Uchikatanas can play into very well. These are only a +7 Uchikatanas. These are not maxed out. The problem is I don't know that I want to max them out yet. Or at least max them out with what I'm capable. We have 28 Smithing Stone 3s. So we could put these to a +8 somewhat comfortably. But I'm also undecided if this is a build that I really want to devote a lot of time to. I'm still kind of exploring it. So we're not going to invest any Smithing Stones just yet, especially when we don't have unlimited access to them. That tier of Smithing Stone. What we are going to do is give ourselves more hit points. More hit points. More better. At least that's what I'm going to tell myself. Let me just see, before I lock that in, let me just see what we would get if we went another into Endurance, if we went another into Faith. Faith actually boosts the right armament by a couple points. Not bad. Not terrible. Not terrible. At some point, maybe we might want to start investing in more Mind, but I think we're fine on FP at the moment. Let's just go more hit points. And is there anything else that I'd like to spend my runes on while we are here? I don't think so. I think it's time. Time for us to head to the Dragonbarrow, which is exciting. The Dragonbarrow. Let's just go straight to the warp point here that we have, and let's go get a map. And finally take a look at this thing. We've gotten some previews here and there with the Beast Clergyman, with our little Spirit Spring that brought us up to Dragonville. We know supposedly also there's a fort out here somewhere that's supposed to have the other half of the Dectus Medallion, I think. What am I, the first thing, oh, interesting. So we are looking at the Beast Clergyman, aren't we? So this, when you warp into this spot, the first thing that it puts in front of your face in the distance is the Beast Clergyman's hangout. Cool. And you know what? Here is the Divine Tower. The Divine Tower is actually right nearby. Isn't it? Okay, let's pick up the map. And then we're gonna start getting into things and absorbing Absorbing all the little details. And we get a weather shift. Immediate harsh weather incoming. All right, pick up item. The Dragonbarrow map has been found. And a dragon has been found because, of course, we're in the Dragonbarrow. This is just commonplace now, don't you know? This is just par for the course. Let's not worry about you just yet. Let's retreat to a safe distance. We will take off. I know, a new map has been found. Thank you for that reminder. Let's get to some sort of a safe spot here. If there is such a thing in Elden Ring, safe spots, LOL. The weather sure is welcoming and inviting, isn't it? We're gonna read our map first. Map of Dragonbarrow and environs. The dragons that escaped the Scarlet Rot made a nest of the plateau to Caelid's north. Thus, it was named Dragonbarrow, and none dare enter. Yeah, that seems like what we found. I think we found that nest. What a lovely place it is. Let's look at the map. Wow, this divine tower just looks like it's right here. That might be the first place that we explore. Does look like there is a minor tree here. And then you've got a couple different bridges connecting this area up to where the beast clergyman hangs out. Got some sort of a structure here, which might be like a Ronnie's Rise converted fringe tower type structure. Potentially. This might be our fort. Looks like the smoldering wall as well gets continued here. And it goes all the way up to the fort. And then we got something else up here. Okay, okay. And as we look around and just digest things in person, we've obviously got... Wait a second, there's two dragons now. Aw, they're hanging out. They're... Who knows? They might even be flirting. This might be the early stages of dragon courtship that we are witnessing out here in our Dragonbarrow safari. Please keep your hands and sacred seals inside the vehicle at all times. What I was getting around to looking at though was another one of these giant skulls. Like, I see some teeth. I think I see some teeth, like, right here. Here's the teeth. And then that's about all I can tell. The rest is unclear. I think that's a fort over there, though. All right, we got things to explore. Why don't we head for the Divine Tower? This is... interesting. This is the first Divine Tower that has not been like at the end of a divine bridge. We also have a scarab here. No! I thought it started running away on me. Oh my god, that has so much health. You have so much health. And I can't hit you for shit. Oh. A somber smithing stone 8, excuse me. And just like that, the weather has cleared up. I see. Man, it's not just the War-Dead Catacombs. It is the Dragonbarrow in general, perhaps, that is... everything is just sturdy as fuck. Oh man, I cannot... we may not be fighting any of these dragons. This may be another situation where we are trying to Avoid dragons at all costs. All right, this is interesting. We've got some soldiers posted up here on the Divine Tower. And I see some ladders. Fascinating. We're meant to scale this Divine Tower rather than... Well, maybe there's a point where we reach an elevator inside, but we have to scale at least the initial portion. That is a new twist. Okay. I can get down with that. I think I am okay with that as an interesting progression to things. And we do want to get the Great Rune activated. I don't see why we shouldn't just start here. Let's start with trying to ascend a Divine Tower. The only question is, where do we start? I think we have to start on this tree route. I think we want to start on this tree route here. And then make our way down this way. Oh, there is a whole bunch of loot down there at the bottom. Probably going to have some of these dudes throwing firebombs on me or something. It's probably how this is going to play out. All right, Torrent, I'm going on foot. And I may be relying on some frenzied burst here. Dude. The weakling little soldiers. The guys that have... Yeah, there's the firebombs. These guys have so much health. Am I supposed to be here? This is one of those moments where it feels like you add this on top of what we've already gotten with the War Dead Catacombs, and it's like, am I actually supposed to be in the Dragonbarrow? All right, we can probably get across with Torrent. Okay. Not that we need it, but we'll turn on our lantern here just to get that little extra lighting, if nothing else for dramatic effect. Here's a new view of Beast Clergyman's... We need to figure out what this place is actually called. It feels like some sort of a... I don't know. A monastery? It's not really a monastery. That's not the correct term. I don't know exactly what I'm going for, but it is a notable structure compared to everything else in the game. A unique structure. There is actually a Divine Tower out here on the water. Is that what I'm seeing? There's probably a bridge that leads to it on the other side. But what is that connected to? It's connected to the Olympic torch over here, which is very hard to see right now when it's rainy like this. This is a dead end, really? This is a dead end. Am I supposed to fall down, maybe? Am I actually supposed to descend here somewhere? That looks like death if I were to fall from this particular spot. So I guess that is just a dead end. Wow. A dead end that is more scenic than most dead ends. I'll give it that much. We at least got an interesting view. I am a little bit nervous about running around on horseback on these teeny tiny little ledges. So we will let Torrent... Torrent has gotten to stretch his legs today, but we're gonna keep him fresh and ready to go when we need those special Spectral Steed parkour abilities. It looks like this is probably gonna be another dead end though, but with perhaps a slightly different scenic... Oh god, okay, yeah, dead end once again, but we're greeted with a different angle of the Dragonbarrow and our friendly dragon over here. It looks like the flirting is no longer going on. So maybe we misread the situation. It may have just been a, you know, two strangers crossing paths at the watering hole, the dragon watering hole. That is a somewhat popular hangout spot in the Dragonbarrow. I think we got to find a way down now. How do we get down? There was a ladder, I think, that goes down. I want to say there was a ladder over here. It is so concerning to me, though. Well, there is a ladder that goes up, but I kind of want to go down. Maybe I need to just fall down. Maybe in that case, I don't want to go down first. I think I changed my mind. Let's go. My instinct is actually to go up before I go down, so let's do that. I do want to get all that loot at the bottom, but we'll head up for now. But I was going to say, it is concerning to me, very concerning, that the weakest of the enemies, these little dinky Radahn soldiers here in the Dragonbarrow, take like 6 hits from my Uchis. This is not an encouraging sign. Don't love that. What am I wearing in terms of talismans? Yeah, I still have the FP reduction to skills. Ooh, so this way is kind of blocked. So I guess we have to go around. They really do want us to be using torrent for this part, don't they? Or do they? Wait a second. No, we're blocked. Unless I'm supposed to go around? Am I supposed to do a double jump around? Is that how I progress here? But if I do a double jump around, I'm just getting into a dead end. So that doesn't help me, because I don't see a ladder that leads up to that platform with the torch. So, Oh, I fall down. That's what I do. I am progressing downward first. That was not scary at all. I wasn't scared in the least. Now, the Sacred Blade did pretty good damage there. That was pretty decent. A little bit more than a charged Frenzied Burst, so that was cool. Where exactly are we going here? It's turning to night, which is not helping with our visibility. Shocker of shockers. I could potentially go around this way, but I need to go like that. This is, oh my god, there is another gap there. Jesus Christ. Elden Ring. Elden Ring, I am not particularly happy with you right now. This is, as if the enemies weren't tough enough. This parkour around a divine tower. Add another one to the list of most unexpected stuff in Elden Ring. Parkouring around a divine tower on the back of Torrent. I'm so glad I do have Torrent to help me. There is a site of grace. There has never been. Cue the divine tower of Caelid music. Okay. Hello. Welcome to the Divine Tower of Caelid. Can we go both ways? Finally, we are not able to mount Torrent. We are now on sacred ground, I guess. Wait a second. Oh. We might be able to go down to the elevator inside of the Divine Tower, but where would that lead? Question to be answered in just a bit. First, we must go. So we had at the top of the Divine Tower of Limgrave, we had a Two Fingers. An actual Two Fingers, or just a Two Fingers effigy, or I don't know. At the top of the Divine Tower of Liurnia, we had Ronnie's corpse. What are we going to have at the top of the Divine Tower of Caelid? I have no idea. Wait a second. Can we not? Oh, never mind. Never mind. There's the doors are to the left. That makes sense. We can open it. Not locked. Oh, the elevator's here. Now I'm just getting so confused. I am getting so confused. We are going to go with the flow, though. Once again, we have a Divine Tower elevator ride, which are cool. Up we go. What are we going to find at the top of the Caelid Divine Tower? You would think it would be something connected to Radahn, because we're activating his rune. Although, in what way was Godric connected to the Two Fingers when we activated his rune at the top of the Limgrave Tower? I don't know. I'm probably just overthinking things as per usual. Let's just go see. Let's not worry about speculating. Let's just go find out for ourselves. What's up here? Dispel the mystery. There is another Two Fingers. Okay. So now it has fallen back into the pattern that was, well, it's hard to call it. Now it might be a pattern. When we only had Godric's Great Rune activated, there was not a pattern established yet. We had done one Divine Tower, and one does not make a pattern. Now we have two, where we have a second Two Fingers, if that's what this is. It sure looks like it. Now, before we restore the power of this Great Rune, let's just look around a little bit more. Just a little bit of sightseeing before we do the deed. A lot of sites that we've seen before. We're now much more familiar with this particular site. And we are well familiar with this site. Yet another angle from which to view the Erdtree. I definitely was not expecting to get to the top of the Divine Tower of Caelid, though, so quickly. Steps foot in Dragonbarrow is already at the top of the Divine Tower. That's how they set it up, though. They give you a freebie? Is that how we view this? All right, let's take the freebie, I guess, and find out what actually Radahn's Great Rune does. There you go. Radahn's Great Rune restored. Raises maximum HP, FP, and stamina. So, okay. A somewhat similar effect to Godric's Rune, but just more focused on the stats that just benefit every build. So perhaps you get a larger boon to these particular stats. Well, we definitely have to try this out. We definitely have to see and test it alongside Godric's Great Rune and see exactly how much of a boost are we getting to these things. Interestingly, it boosts your stamina, but that is not the same as boosting your endurance, because you don't get the commensurate increase to equip load. Now, with the functional gameplay aspects talked about in regards to the Great Rune, let's dig into the lore. Radahn was amongst the children of Rennala and Radahn, who became demigod stepchildren after Radagonn's union with Queen Marika. Became demigod stepchildren. The Great Rune burns to resist the encroachment of the Scarlet Rot. Became demigod stepchildren. Stepchildren to Marika, correct? Does that mean that Radagn was not a demigod? Was Radagn not a demigod? He may not have technically been a demigod, but I think all of his children are considered demigods. So this one I might need to review exactly all of the lore that we have around Radagn, but that's an interesting line from the Great Rune here. So is this trying to say that the union, Radagn and Marika becoming married, Radagn becoming his, or becoming the king consort, did that mean that Radahn and Ranni became demigods through that process? Got to think that one through more clearly. This is probably a good moment for us to, well, hold on. Before we go trying out a new Great Rune, we're gonna see if we can descend this tower. A nice accomplishment to be able to make it to the top of the Caelid Divine Tower and get our second Great Rune activated, or at least our second Great Rune that we could actually use, I think. Let's get to the site of grace here. Demigod stepchildren. I also don't know if for sure that we have confirmed that Rykard is son to Rennala and Radagn. I think we can safely say that Ranni and Radahn fit in that category, but it hasn't been like 100% clear to me yet that Rykard wasn't somehow offspring of Marika and Radahn. But it's starting to feel like they didn't have any offspring. That they just, their union wasn't one that that bore fruit in that way. We'll find out more about Rykard later. Not Ashes of War, Great Runes. Yeah, see? There it is. Radahn's Great Rune just shows right up, and you can switch right over to it, and then you can switch back to Godric's Great Rune. Let's go ahead and throw that into the slot. We won't use a rune arc just yet because I want to try to descend the tower, and in the process of parkour being done, having a Great Rune active is not going to help you with parkour. Your parkour skills will not be enhanced. Oh, okay. Alrighty. Was not expecting a confrontation here. I think there's somebody to the side. I feel like there's somebody to the, yeah, there's a dude right there as well. Hold on. Ow, why do you all hit so hard? Why must you be this way? I hate it. I thought I was out of stamina, but apparently I wasn't, like, I don't know why I wasn't swinging there when I thought I was. Something weird was going on. Okay. All right, so we've got Radahn soldiers inside the Divine Tower. There appear to be some ledges that we could, like, I could fall down to this ledge. What would that, oh my god, there's an item down there. There is a falling puzzle here. Oh yeah, there's there is parkour both outside And inside. Oh my god, that opens from another side. I guess we're doing indoor parkour first. Cool. Just what I was hoping for. Just exactly what I was hoping to find. I guess we're going to the left. Going to the right. Is that a rope? There is a rope there. Is that because there's an elevator? I think there is an elevator all the way at the bottom that we can activate. And that will likely... Where will that take us? What exactly will that get us? Because if the elevator... It may not come all the way to the top, actually. The elevator probably goes to right there. Now that I look at it, I was thinking the elevator is going to come all the way to the top, and then there's nothing up here. It goes just right to this platform that is below us. And that maybe leads us to this door up here that opens from the other side. Maybe. I think we're supposed to head to the left. I do have to remember, one of the things I can do with this Uchi build is I don't have to dual wield all the time. I can, when the time is right, I can two-hand, which does allow me the ability to block. We don't get insane damage reduction, but it's something. So I don't feel like, you know, if I miss a roll, that I'm sitting there completely face tanking the entirety of whatever the oncoming damage is. It's an option, and I do, in fact, need to two-hand the left-hand sword if I want to get my fire buff. So starting with two-handing the left-hand sword is probably not a bad default. Just wanted to make sure I was fully exploring the... Wait a second, is this gonna collapse on me as well? What is going on here? I was gonna say moving right along. What was I even saying, guys? What was I even saying before Elden Ring? Elden Ring and its dirty tricks. Where do we go from here? Oh, there's a platform below. There is a ledge below us that I almost somehow managed to completely... I didn't completely miss it. Thank goodness I did not completely miss it. Dude, am I seriously jumping to that little tiny little ledge right here? What in the fuck is this? Who designed this level? I want names. I of course know what name. I know what name I'm after, and it starts with an M. I'm gonna overjump this thing. How do I don't want to jump, actually. I think I want to roll. Do I roll to this, or do I jump? Do I roll, or do I jump? Dude, I swear to God. I swear to God. Rolling was not a terrible idea, but they may have just intended for me to jump. Oh boy, this is the parkour episode, everybody. That's what we're doing today. We're doing parkour. Give me my lantern. We are doing parkour. Don't you all love it? Isn't parkour everybody's favorite? Oh, you're gonna follow me, aren't you? Because you love parkour just as much. I almost literally rolled off that ledge. These guys love the parkour just as much as we all do. Okay. I wanna, there we go. Thank you. I just wanted to walk off at a shallow angle so I didn't do what I did before. The dingus thing that I almost did before. Okay, we're gonna jump this time. We're gonna jump. Holy fucking shit. This sucks balls. This sucks major big sweaty balls. Miyazaki. You devious, dastardly butthole. dastardly son of a bitch. And you put a soldier here. Not afraid to use every bit of my FP to make sure we are not doing battle with a soldier on an itty bitty teeny tiny ledge. Not gonna happen. If I can help it. It's not gonna happen if I can help it. Okay, let's hopefully get a shortcut here. Shortcut, please. Not that, you know, we could read. There's some of those jumps that are just a little bit panic-inducing, stress-inducing to redo that little, that tiny little, where the hell is that little platform? That little, like, hexagon platform. Why does that have to be there? Why did you have to make that so frickin' small? Who the fuck are you? Who in the fuck is this? Okay. All right. Yeah? Are we having a flex off? Is that what we're doing here? We're having a flex off. We can do that. If you want to have a flex off, we can do that. I'm down. Yeah? Yeah? Flex off. I think we're winning, guys. I could be wrong, but I think we're winning. My flex beats your flex. That doesn't necessarily mean my sword beats your sword. There is... Okay, there's an item over here, which we're going to grab this item because who knows? We might die, and we might not want to come back here. Because so far, this guy has proven to be... Well, I actually haven't got a hit on the guy yet, so I don't even know. I don't even know how strong he is because I haven't hit him. Oh, he's got Godskin shit. He's got Godskin shit. And now he's going, oh my god, what is that move? There's also a ladder right here, I noticed. There's a ladder right there, my dude. You were distracting me from that ladder. Drink my flask of Wondrous Physic. So this is one of the Godskin Apostles, I guess? That looks like a consecration move. Okay, not quite a consecration move. Hey, we finally built up the blood loss. There we go. Okay. Boy, did we build up the blood loss. Look at that. Look at that blood splatter. Can I ragdoll you over? I'd like to take a closer look. Can you please? Would you like to cooperate with us? We did our flex off. And, you know, it was a fun time. It wasn't the worst flex off that I've ever been a part of. We picked up the rune arc over here. I think that was the main event at this end, but let's just make sure there was not like an illusory wall or something else, like a path to the side. There is a path to the side, but does it actually lead anywhere? Does it lead anywhere interesting? Oh my god, I think there is more. I think, oh god. Does that look like a collapsing... This thing is just waiting to collapse on us as we fall from right there. That's the game plan. I see it. I see it, I think. Before we do that, there's a ladder to explore and hopefully open a shortcut, another shortcut that will link us, make our route back when we inevitably take the next parkour death. I'm just making sure that this path over here doesn't lead. There might be some loot around there. There might be some loot stashed over here. You never know. Okay. All right, up the ladder we go. The Divine Tower of Caelid. Wow. What an adventure. We got a tight little crawl space that we're headed up here. This is fine. This is fine. Everything is totally normal. This ladder, whoa, my goodness, taking forever for us to get up here and open up a shortcut. Cool. Cool, there we go. Shortcut established. That's a pretty good shortcut. And down the ladder we go. Now this goes back down, right? But does it go back down to a spot that actually leads us somewhere? Or are we meant... I think the next point of progression is this direction. I think that's the way forward. I could be wrong. Wait a minute. Hold on. Am I tripping here? No, it's not here that I'm talking about. Where am I? It's over on this side. I might have been overthinking this, actually. I think we're actually just falling down here, aren't we? Or is this where we fell down? No, this is where we started. This is where we started this whole... Dude, I am so turned around right now. No, right. This platform was the one that collapsed on us to begin with. That's what I was confused about for a second. Yes. Okay, I see it now. I see that red main soldier up there. Hi there. Yeah, I think we are supposed to go on this ledge. I think this is the next stage of progression here. We can look around maybe just a little bit more to be sure, but I think if we go down here, we've already been here. We've picked up this item before. Yeah, this is the next way forward. And this platform, as soon as I jump on this, because really there's nowhere else to go from this platform, and so the moment you fall on this, it collapses, right? Assuming there's nothing, assuming we don't keep going this way, but this looks like this is a dead end. So down we go again. Whee! How is that not a death? How is that not a death? But, you know, video game logic. All right, down we go. We continue our descent. I just realized we could also equip... we can put back on the Radahn Greaves because we are doing the Uchi build. There's our Site of Grace. We sort of got a preview of this as we took a gravity death just a little bit earlier. Do we need to refill our flasks? We kind of do. So I guess let's do that because there's really we've made it to the bottom. So there's nothing else that I'm... Wow, we're in the basement of the Divine Tower of Caelid. There's nothing else that I really feel like going back up for. So let's go, let's continue downward, shall we? Check over here first to be sure. There's no items or anything that we're missing, but I guess we're going into the basement. Oh, it's another one of you guys? Are we doing another... Are we doing another flex off, another dance off, or what are we doing? What are we doing here, my dude? What do you want to do? Your call. That's not the move. God damn it. Your call. We can whittle you down a bit, I guess, with the Sacred Blade. Because it does knock you out of your... what you're currently doing. Okay, so that's a 1-2 punch there. And then he does this big whirligig move. Ow. Ow. No! God damn it. Okay. Good thing we have a Site of Grace right there. Good thing we have a redo right then and there. I rolled too early. I thought I was going to roll through that. Second swing. And I also thought we were going to knock him out of... I'm hesitating a little bit. Definitely running into some hesitation. And we know hesitation is defeat. We're just going to use, I think, our Flask of Wondrous Physic again here. We're just going to do... Or we can do... a little bit of this action. Conflicted as to how exactly I want to proceed. Jump attacks are not the worst move, though. Going with jump attacks. I need to be careful of stamina. Somehow I thought I was gonna jump over that. I don't know why I thought that was gonna be a possibility. He can actually be interrupted in a lot of ways. There's a lot of ways to interrupt this guy. Nah, that's not one of them. Oh. I'm sort of like when he's charging up his Godskin moves, when he's getting ready to do one of those incantations, I'm sort of like parsing it as, oh, I'm interrupting him. I don't know why I'm thinking that, but that's not what's happening. There's also a fog wall behind this guy? Wait a second. Wait a second, there's a fog wall? Are you serious? I don't know how you didn't hit me. That was weird. Nice. Jump attacks for the win. Need stamina. Need a drink. Okay, you're out of here. And we get Black Flame Monk Gauntlets. Okay, so this is not necessarily a... Well, I mean, he's using Godskin incantations, right? So, there's a fog gate. Wow. Okay, well. Well. Let's check the Black Flame Monk Gauntlets first. Black Iron Gauntlets featuring a flame motif. Those look sick. Attire of the Black Flame Monks who were enthralled by the god-slain Black Flame. Okay. So they became traitors, abandoning their posts as guardians. The seduction of a taboo is never easily spurned. We always want what we shouldn't have. The Black Flame Monks and the god-slain Black Flame. Okay. God-slain Black Flame. Who was the god that was slain by the Black Flame? All right, we need to level up so we can spend some runes. We've got plenty in the piggy bank, right? We need 22k. We need 22k. So let's see if we can figure out the math on this. 22k. That's gonna be... 1 second while I do quick math here. Well, that's 10k. That's actually... I actually don't need quick math for that. That's 7,500 plus 2,500 is 10k. That one's easy to figure out. And that's 20k, 5 times 2,000. And then we just need another 2 on top of that. So this is actually much simpler than I was giving it credit for. So let's do one of these. Let's do one of these. And then we do all the big boys. We do the 12. We do one of those, not two of them, just one. But we do all 5 of these. That should get us there, I think. And then we'll be a few hundred over. And now we level up. Are we going to respawn the Godskin guy? He feels like an enemy that would respawn. But also there's a fog gate. Are they going to put a respawnable enemy right in front of the fog gate each time? They might. Wouldn't put it past them. I'm going faith this time. We're powering up. We're powering up our weapons. Go with the faith. Leap of faith time. They do bring this guy back. Okay, so we have a little bit of a tricky run back here in terms of we don't necessarily have the leeway to apply buffs the same way that we would in a lot of cases. And we kind of need to see what this boss is all about anyways, so why don't we just get into it? This is a trial run. This is just a trial run. To see what we got here. It's a Godskin Apostle. It's an actual Godskin Apostle. Okay. Alright. Not a Godskin Noble. Although your gear is not completely different from Big Jelly Roll Boy. That was quite the whirligig move, though. My goodness. Dead. Wow. Huh. That's quite a weapon you've got there. This Godskin Apostle. Well, on the bright side, it feels like an enemy that we could potentially, you know, potentially... That's not what I meant to do. Oh, I just realized. What we can do is this. I just realized. We get to do all sorts of freebies. Sort of. We get to do some freebies. It's gonna take a little bit each time, but we get to do all sorts of freebies. Now our Flame Grant Me Strength is gonna run out, so that one we probably just want to not even worry about. But we can do all our freebie buffs for a little bit here. We just need to get past this guy. Oh my god. Godskin Apostle. You hurt. Yes, I know you hurt. Ow. My rolls are not good at the moment. Taking a black flame to the face, not ideal. You have so much health. Ow. We got... Okay. Okay, encouraging that we were able to trigger a bleed. The blood loss is there, but man, oh man. Talk about being in over my head today. I am just very much... It just feels like we are very much overmatched. That's not what I meant to do. Overmatched in a lot of ways. The game is really wanting us to get good. That, I think, it's probably more the case that we have been for too long. For too long of the game, too much of the game. Because of the path we took, we ended up being over-leveled for a lot of the content. Including much of the content in Caelid. And now we're not really back in the Caelid that we know. We're in a part of Caelid that is... It's time for us to get good. Not being close enough to that. Sometimes I'm not getting a flash drink when I think I'm supposed to get one. I thought you weren't going to hit me. I thought I was going to be behind you. Stamina. Don't think you can hide. Don't think you can hide. Get out here. There are some dead spots. It does seem some areas close to him where, similar to the gargoyles, where we can kind of avoid getting hit. Oh no. Oh no. Here we go. What you got now? Oh, dude, no. No, that is not okay. I did not consent to this. No. What? What just happened is not... This does not fit with the music that is happening during this part of the fight. None of this is okay. None of this is okay. Bro. Alive, apparently. This is such a wacky boss, such a wacky enemy. I don't know how I'm alive. Hesitation on going to my next move. No, I should not be backing up. This dude has some moves, there's no doubt about it. He's got some moves. He's got some moves, and I'm out of healing. I didn't use a single, I did not use a single FP flask, did I? Because we are focusing on this katana build. This... Okay, hold on a second, though. Hold on a second, though. This dude turned into the Oscar Mayer Wiener hot dog. He turned into... The Godskins know how to, whether it's the nobles or the apostles, they really know how to roleplay their favorite foods, don't they? The jelly roll... whether it's jelly rolls or hot dogs, they give it the full go, don't they? How can we tilt the fight a little more in our favor? The first thing we can do, if we are going this much more power stance Uchi setup, I don't know if this is the ideal setup here. There's potentially some different Ashes of War. Like, we don't necessarily have to do this. What we could do is switch out so that I'm not constantly reapplying this. Well, I don't know. I don't know. The thing about the flame art or the flaming strike is that it does take, you kind of have to do you've got to do this. You've got to do the weapon skill, and you've got to do a strong attack, right? So you have to do not just go two-handed on the weapon, but then you have to do this and you have to do this. Now, what if we, instead of doing that, what if we switched this Ash of War to something that was a little more, I don't know. What if we just went what if we just went Golden Vow? What if we did that? What would that look like? It takes longer to cast Golden Vow, doesn't it? Before we're actually able to roll. So let's see here. 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. Yeah, it's a significant, but there are some spots there when we have to back away from his big, like, when he, in that phase too, my goodness, the show off that this guy is with all his whirl of flame, dear flame, whirl of black flame. But that's a good spot potentially to reapply this Golden Vow, you know? And then we don't have to worry about most of the time. We can just then go into Sacred Blade. And we can focus on, we can retool our Flask of Wondrous Physic here to just go holy plus faith, right? The Ruptured Crystal Tear. I don't think that's going to get us out of this one. I don't think we need the enhanced dodge rolls. And I don't think we need more stamina. We just need to get in and hit the guy. Getting in and doing damage to the enemy is where it's going to be at, I think. So let's do this. Let's give ourselves the free trickle heal. Once again, do all the free things, the freebies. And we get back to it. Drink our Flask of Wondrous Physic. I forgot to retool my flasks. Oh well. I meant to give myself more healing flasks, but oh well. I just walked right into that. Bad roll timing. God damn it. Trying to get behind you when you do that. I'm also noticing that this guy, I definitely noticed from the beginning that this guy has a similar outfit to Bib Boy, but he just, like, he's got the eyes on the hood, but he doesn't quite have the same, it's not quite a bib like the other guy. It's a little bit different. Hold on. We're going to do this. We're going to give ourselves more. I think I'm just going full healing on this. We're going full healing. Because we need the stamina, or we need the longevity. We need the full extension on our heals. We need to make it happen. I don't think us running out of Golden Vow casts is what's going to determine the victory on this fight. We'll drink our flask. Wondrous Physic. I'm out of stamina. No, dude, I'm terrible at rolls right now. We do have the ability to summon here. I had just noticed that there's a monument icon. The game is giving us the ability to bring a friend into the fight. Do I want to do that? Not really. You know my stance on this. Not something I'm in love with. But I also know I'm gonna be getting my butt kicked here for a bit. And it might not be the worst idea. Not a great trade. Not in love with that trade. There was supposed to be a second roll there. I'm getting a little baby ragey all of a sudden, but I am continually, I mean, this is probably my own fault, but I am continually frustrated by what I think is supposed to be a roll input. And I would like to think that if, you know, with the little controller overlay that I have on the screen, for those who like to keep track of these things, which is probably just me, but the little controller overlay is going to show, I think, at that moment that I had done a single press of the roll in order to cue in an input for a second roll. And it appears that the game just likes to ignore that. The game just says, you know what, you don't get your second roll because you didn't spam the roll button. You need to spam the roll button because I'm not going to just count you trying to make a single determinate, deliberate press of the button. That's not going to cut it. Don't know why I decided to jump there. No, I'm jinking when he's shooting a black flame. Ay, 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 ay. I need to drink again here. Not off to a good start. Oy, oy, oy. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy. I don't think that this is a fight that we're going to be winning. Especially not at the end of a recording session. I want to get reps in here. Like, I'm recognizing the fact that my recording time is running down. But I am also understanding, or I'm estimating, that this is a fight that is going to be won on another day. This is not necessarily like the fight against the putrid or putrefied tree spirit, where it was probably going to be a fight that I had to come back to, but there was a good chance that we can, you know, utilize our previous knowledge to our advantage. It wasn't completely out of the realm of possibility that we were going to get the win, but this is a fight where we're facing an enemy for the first time. An incredibly difficult enemy. And I can't get, you know, when I can't get a roll that I'm expecting. Also, that move is complete BS. I need to do something different. I'm trying to, like, roll through it, but that's clearly not working. What the hell was that? I jumped instead of rolled there. That was my mistake. Yeah, I should not roll through that. I should just back off. Stamina. There was supposed to be a roll, I swear to God. I swear to God. Maybe I was out of stamina that time. I don't know. Can't land some of these hits. Stamina. Dang it. No, fuck me. The move is designed to punish the panic rolling. Move is designed to punish the panic rolling. And we're just not timed on the rolls yet. My rolls are not timed to avoiding his attacks. Maybe we do need. Maybe what we do need is the extra rolls on our dodge. Let's try it. What's the worst that can happen? We die some more? We're doing plenty of that already. Let's give it a shot. You never know. Maybe that's the key. Dude, I swear to God. Please, do the buttons that I want you to do, game. Please. Please, listen to me. I didn't even get the Sacred Blade. It's fine. It's fine. We'll get in there and we'll just hit him with a Sacred Blade. We'll do it. We'll do it live. Dude, what the fuck? No. Ah. Okay, when in doubt, respec. And what do we like to respec to but our ever trusty magma guillotine? If the magma guillotine can't get it done, then we really know we're in over our heads. But I just had another idea that I've been kind of quickly switching around my build here. We can, one of the cool things about this Ashes of War system is that you can, I just had the idea of having a second weapon here that's really light, like the dagger, that you can just switch to reapply the Golden Vow. That is an option. I don't know if we would do this how much we would do this in the heat of combat. It's probably better to save our stuff, save our buffs and FP, I should say, for Magma Guillotine. But it's a cool thing. You can just switch around the Golden Vow to whatever weapon you want at any time. Why not throw it on a dagger that you're not really using for a weapon, just using it as a buffing agent? So we're gonna try that here and see if we can get that sort of usage out of things here. We're also going to apply some flame fortification because we're facing off against a fire guy. And if we're doing the Magma Guillotine, then of course we need flame grant me strength, which maybe I should do that after I apply Golden Vow, but it doesn't matter. It's not that big of a deal. We're gonna refill our HP. I did slightly also redistribute my flasks. That's not what I meant to do. I did slightly redo my flask setup, so to give myself a little bit more, a couple more cerulean flasks, and we're gonna see how this works out. Another cool thing we can do with this setup is we can actually block. We can actually block some of this guy's damage that he's doing to us, potentially. The jumping R2 while we're two-handing the Magma Guillotine has never really been the best idea. So I should probably steer clear of doing that. He really is not, I mean, it doesn't feel like he's weak to necessarily anything. Need to get stamina back. Still taking some hits that I probably shouldn't. The way he glides around sometimes. That's not the move. That's not the move. Fuck me. I'm out of fucking mana juice. I'm out of fucking mana juice. And then I didn't drink my flask. I swear, I feel like I'm having a bad relationship with Elden Ring, where my inputs are being ignored. My inputs are being ignored. I don't like it. And it's making me frustrated, in addition to the fact that this boss is more than I can handle right now. More than I can handle. I definitely did some suboptimal button presses there, but this is a better build. This is a build we are far more comfortable with. And one that I want to be exploring. Continuing to explore. I want to keep exploring. And seeing if we can make some progress with this build. But we just don't want to tank too much damage. That is not a good idea. I should have drank my Flask of Wondrous Physic. Did I drink my Flask of Wondrous Physic? I don't think I did at the start of last fight. Off to a fantastic start here. I'm rolling directly into the meat grinder every time. You're supposed to back up against that spell. You have to back up. Back the fuck up. No! Come on, are you serious? I'm being greedy. I'm definitely being so greedy. Going for like an extra R1 or something in a situation where it's not gonna get me anything but killed. Where's my roll? Where was my roll? I just want my roll when I press the button. I just want it once, please. Stamina. Don't go for charge attacks. It's not a good move. All right, we are going to give one last attempt here for the day. My energy levels are not where they should be, but we are going to give it a go with a rune arc. We're going to do one rune arc here and see, first of all, how much boost we get from the Radahn Great Rune. How much does that boost us up? Okay, our HP, I feel like, goes to about the same spot that it does. Huh. I wasn't looking closely at exactly what our levels were for all three of these HP, FP, and stamina. But something tells me that we probably just get a better boost. Actually, hold on. Let's see. Can we actually, I hadn't thought about this until just this second. Can we switch? If you change the equipped Great Rune, the current Great Rune's effects will be removed. And then we would have to do another rune arc, probably. That's what that sounds like. This, who knows, with FromSoft menus and the way that things are explained. But it doesn't seem like we can just switch Great Runes at a moment's notice. We have to be a little more thoughtful before applying a rune arc, it seems. So we'll do that comparison later, but for now we can at least do the fight with more hits in the bank, and we will try once more to give ourselves, we're trying to ride, we are trying to ride the spam magma guillotine plan to victory. We're gonna give it one more go here to see if we can make that happen. I don't have super high hopes, but we'll give it a shot. You never know. We'll give ourselves all our freebie buffs here and refill our mana, and we are going to get back in there and give it one more shot at this guy. Try to focus in. Oh my god, I almost got hit by that guy for the very first time. Seriously? Get me the fuck away from that. Get my stamina back. No! He still kills us so quickly. He still murders us, even with our great rune equipped. It's not enough. So unfortunately, with heavy heart, that is where I'm going to have to wrap up this installment of Elden Ring. Very, very sad. Very, very disappointing. But, you know, as I've done before with Elden Ring, I get stubborn sometimes. I get stubborn against certain bosses, and some of it has to do with the fact that because I structure my recordings in a way where I have a certain part of my day that's carved out, and I have to get that recording done in that part of the day. When I get to a point in the episode where it's like, okay, there's a tough boss here, and I kind of want to get some reps against him, as opposed to like the other option would have been, continuing exploring the Dragonbarrow. We could have seen what was up in this shack. We could have headed over to the little love pond, see what was going on with a couple dragons. There were some interesting things potentially that we could have done, gone to a fort. But the way that I structure these things in my head, it's like, those feel like those are supposed to be done next episode. This episode with my, whatever hour or so remaining is supposed to be dealing with this guy and hopefully getting a victory. But in this case, I should have read the tea leaves a little better and known from the message that the game was trying to send to us all day long was that, dude, you are not in Caelid anymore. You're in the Dragonbarrow. You're in the War-Dead Catacombs, and you are in for a hurtin'. And we got our wish. I guess we got our wish. But this is Elden Ring, You take your licks, and you keep on trotting along until you eventually get the win. And hopefully you all got some enjoyment out of that death montage, because that most certainly is going to be a death montage when I sit down to edit this. Yeah, it'll be a super fun editing session, and there's also some parkour on the outside of this divine tower that we still need to do, because there's some shit on the outside that needs to be dealt with. I want to beat this guy though. I want to be able to spam magma guillotine to the win, but not today. It will be for some other day, and we will play around with great runes and maybe a different type of build. The katanas are fun, but also I don't know if they're quite as strong as we need them to be for so many of these encounters. We will ponder all of these choices and more until next time. Thank you all very much for joining me, and I hope to see you in the next one.